This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Yes, Rich Feltz, president of Kansas Farm Bureau. And just talk to you a moment about wrapping up our 99th annual CapB convention. Started a little different format this year, but we started our annual meeting this year on Sunday evening with our banquet, which seemed to go over very well. I think the highlight of that was we had the opportunity to have part of our delegation from DC here, and started out with a presentation from Jerry Moran that has been in the thick of what's going on in the Senate, and it was followed up with Congressman Marshall. So really a great way to get started. Throughout the few days though, one of the highlights too of any annual meeting is to get to recognize people that have done outstanding work within their communities, their counties, and at the state level as well. And one of the highlights that probably is a recognition is our Farm Families of the Year from each of our districts. And they will have the opportunity this next spring to take a trip to California to see what real agriculture and real agricultural and environmental concerns are. As we proceeded on, we had Mary Kay Thatcher, our lobbyist from American Farm Bureau, that came and did an excellent job of kind of laying out the lay of the land in DC, the politics of a lot of issues that we think are so simple, but how complex they really are. Even though Senator Roberts wasn't back with us, and he's been working extensively on the tax reform, but he was here by video. And I think one of the highlights of it and the concerns is the issue of trade. Trade becoming more and more prevalent to us, and of all the things this administration is probably doing to help us, trade is one of those that's very questionable. We have to have NAFTA. We should have had TPP, but how we work around those critical issues. That kind of gets us today, and today we wrapped up the business part of our meeting, and also we wrapped up our policy session where we've had the opportunity for our members to forward policy to their county, to their district, and to our state resolutions committee, and it's all ends right here with our delegate body here at Kansas Farm Bureau. Went pretty quickly, our process here this year, but we attribute that a lot to the work that our policy staff and our resolutions committees done throughout the year. As a state organization, we're looking to next year when we get to call it our 100th year. Well, I think one reason 100 years is important because we look around, and I think if we look in the ag community, how many are still there for 100 years? We're an organization that survived, and I know that within my lifetime, we've had other groups that were there at one time, and even if they exist today, they don't have the viability that we do. So I think that's important. But we also look at change too and survive through that era of change. One project that's really been neat within our organization, that starting in 2000, the decision was made to recognize farms that had been in a family for 100 years or more. And within that time frame, just within our organization, those have been recognized. There's 2,500 that's been passed on generation to generation. But we think of the impact of that, and we talk about a throwaway society, and then we think about agriculture and the sustainability from year to year for 100 years.
Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie Rodina.
And I'm Dawn Dawson with the Better Horses Radio Show.
For over 9 years, we've been bringing the Better Horses Radio Show to markets all across the Midwest. We talk about God, lots about horses.
We talk about cows, we talk about horse health, we talk to top trainers, and we even talk about Roy Rogers.
We are having a blast with Better Horses Radio Show and would love to take it to a market near you.
So visit our website at betterhorsesradio.com and let us or your local radio station know you'd like to hear it in your area.
The Better Horses Radio Show is unbelievable.